Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of the Mystical Ninja, aka Ganbare Goemon, for the Super Nintendo. In the last video, we checked out this amusement park, and since last time, I have brought my money count to over $10,000, and it's now time to leave the amusement park. So just keep going north until you reach this bridge, and you'll have to deal with two enemies. Octopi, and guys with baskets. The guys with the baskets are harder to deal with because if you try to walk past them, they will swing their baskets to the side and make it easier to get, or rather make it harder to get past them. I usually just try and line myself up with them and then take them out head on. And you can move by this large octopus, but I'd rather fight him just because it's a lot simpler just to take him out and get him out of the way. Even though he can hurt you with all the octopi that he spawns, and he can also do contact damage. And you can walk by all these old men, even though you can also attack them for money and power-ups as well. And as soon as we cross to the other side of this bridge, we are done with Warlock Zone 3. You can get through Warlock Zone 3 in a matter of minutes if you don't want to do anything. But I recommend using this place as an opportunity to load up on money. Oh, the Otafu Army's hideout is in the center of Yamato. On the way to their hideout, Kid Ying and Dr. Yang have to skillfully pass through a haunted maze filled with tricks and traps. As I was saying, you're better off spending time farming money and power-ups if you need them. Especially since you'll need money for the areas ahead, such as Haunted Zone 4. Or, blah. Warlock Zone 4. Defeat Otaku. I cannot do anything at all to save my life right now. Good grief. Give me the lucky cat. Thank you. Since the Otafu Army has come, our lives have become much more difficult. So this place has been hounded by our friends over at the Otafu Army. I'm using the word friends here rather loosely. And we need to defeat them whenever we can. Also, these guys with the staves, they just move forward. That's pretty much all they do. And I might as well just go ahead and talk to the resident who is over here. Just between you and me, if you use the command up, up, down, down, LR, LR, BA, nothing will happen. Okay. And by going in here, we can talk to another resident. There are lots of deer running around here. Please keep careful. You'll need to avoid the deer. Otherwise, you'll lose $10 for each one you hit. And this guy still had stuff to say. I thought he was done. Even if you must go out of your way to avoid them, do so. Yeah, again, don't hit the deer. You'll lose $10 for every deer you hit. Watch out for the Kodamaru robot. He'll steal your pizza or your hamburger. So, we've seen the robot once before, but I think we'll definitely see him on this next screen that we'll see when we go north. The Kodamaru robot, if it comes into contact with you, it will steal your auto-revive food, whether it be the pizza or the hamburger, so keep that in mind. Also, here's a general store. We're going to buy our straw sandals back, and one extra life for 500, another extra life for 500, 800. Yeah, the more lives you buy, the more they're going to cost, so you want to be very careful with your lives and just go to the game and don't die. Also, you can get a pizza here if you need it. And there's another new enemy there, the thief. I wouldn't run into him. Let's go ahead and talk to the people here. Those awful soldiers of the Otafu Army have defaced our great leader. They will certainly be punished for this. Oh my! And by talking to this person, we'll also learn some stuff as well. There are a lot of strange folks in that Otafu Army. I'm sure there is. That's why we're going after them. And let us go into this area. The Otafu Army is bad enough. What's worse is that the great thief Kid Ying is on his way from Edo. You don't say. I'll have to watch out for him. Even though he's me. And going in here takes us to another resident that we can talk to. The Otafu Army spends all day goofing off. Then why are they a threat? Well, I'm pretty sure we'll find out eventually. In the meantime, let's go in here and refill some health. I might as well show off the more dingy rooms. And speaking of the more dingy rooms, I will try out the single room. And yeah, it's just one torn up room with a few holes in the floor. Paint peeled off on the wall in certain spots. You just sleep on the floor with a blanket and that's it. And yeah, if you can just wait for this screen to go away, and then you can just be on your way. However, instead of continuing to the south, which will take us to a series of bridge screens, we can strike this wall and enter a hidden area, which is what I want to do. In there is a treasure box with $100. Here's a scroll. And by continuing over to the right, we can get stuff. Such as a golden lucky cat, which I will need the health from. There's a few golden lucky cats in this level, and I would definitely want to get them. There's the deer. Stay away from the deer. And in here, we can get some extra lives for Abisumaru, which we will not need unless you are playing as Abisumaru. And no. I wanted to stay there so I could show off what I could buy next. Yes. I wanted to buy the chain armor. This keeps you from taking damage more than the straw vest did. So if you come across this, you definitely want to get it. Alright. Now to watch out for the deer and go into this house and talk to whoever is there. Oh, it's the diary. Why don't you keep a diary of your travels? I sure would love to. I mean, I'll go ahead and do this to show off the password for what I've been doing here anyway. And I will leave this on the screen for a little while. Love the music here, by the way. Anyway, she says the whole, you have the good diary spiel, we can go ahead and leave. And by going to the south from here, now if we go to the right, if we go to the east, we'll go to where we're supposed to go next, but I don't want to do that quite yet. Well, if I go east and then north, if I go south from here, yeah, don't hit the deer. I did that out of, really? I did that just out of reaction there. In here is another concentration game. I'm not going to play it. And really? I believe there is another hotel here. There is. And yikes, more deer. And here's the fortune hut, which I'm not going to. Now, if we go to the south from here, one, we'll have to deal with that guy, and I don't want to deal with him. And let me see what else there is from here. I believe I actually have a map, so that way I can tell where I'm at and what I'm looking at. I believe that if I go in here, in this particular area, oh, it's the game center. No, I'm not playing that. I might as well go ahead and talk to the residents because they can give me hints or something. Rumor has it that someone is controlling the movements of the Otafu Army. We may have to remember that for later. In the meantime, in between time, we have another resident that we can talk to. If you come to a dead end in the base, you'll find a switch. Step on it with all your strength. Remember that for later. And go back here. Go back here. And okay, we've avoided them. I want to show off what's further to the west. And believe it or not, there is a... No! There is another bonus area around here, and I want to enter it. If I can find it. There it is. I know it was one of these buildings, I just couldn't remember where it was. Might as well go ahead and pick up the stuff that we can get, which is a scroll. I'm pretty sure there's going to be another $100 in there. Might as well grab it. Keep my money as high as possible. Another scroll. And in here is another golden lucky cat, which I definitely need. Hey. Okay, I need to scroll the guy in the orange shirt off. And maybe attack him in case he shows up. And here is the restaurant. However, there is still something that I would like to do. And if I can find it... Yeah! Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's just past here, kind of. There's an opening to the north, and I had yet to take it. I want to show that off before I do anything else. Once again, watch out for the deer as you make your way into the jutsu school. How about some martial arts training? If you work hard, I'll teach you my jutsu. You will only be allowed to use jutsu in this zone, but it will be very valuable to you. And I will definitely do that, but at the same time... Okay. Number one of the same before is the one where you get to ride the bull. And 2 lets you shoot lightning that allows you to damage all enemies on screen. To the best of my knowledge. I'm going to go ahead and go with number 1. Whether or not I show off any of these jutsu is another matter, because I bought this in Warlock Zone 2, but I never even used it. Alright, we have our jutsu. We should be able to use it. Hopefully. And from here, I need to make my way to the south, because that'll allow me to take a shortcut to the hotel. I will be staying the night, and I will be showing off the deluxe room. And the deluxe room, well, at least it's better than the single room. Not as luxurious, just looking as deluxe, or the suite, rather. But at least it's nice and clean. Looks like a typical Japanese house room, I guess. Alright, well, let's go ahead and... Huh! Okay, I did not know this. I press select, and you can see how much of things that you have. That's very useful. I'm glad I found that. Press select to get out of the menu. Okay. And from here, I need to go ahead and go in here. I mean, there's nothing else for me to do, so let's go ahead and do it. This is dangerous territory. Be careful. Proceed with caution. And there's the jutsu. I didn't know if I still had it. Now, with this jutsu, enemies will be able to take damage for you. I can still jump on enemies, but that'll still damage me as well. And I want to be very careful about that. So we have some enemies that will crawl towards us. There are enemies that will roll at us that you're better off just avoiding entirely. And you have these guys hanging on the ceilings who will shoot, who will basically throw bombs at you downwards. Also, the little openings in the background, you can switch between them with up and down. And apparently, you can use multiple jutsu, and you can switch between them with left and right on the pause menu, I guess. That's good to know. Anyway, let's go ahead and go through here. And there's that switch that one guy was talking about. Jump on it, you'll rotate the room, and then you can continue on. Watch out for the spikes. Watch out for the naked jumping guys. Yes, they're naked. And you also want to watch out for the spikes on these spinning columns. As long as you don't do anything dumb, they won't hit you. But they will become a pain in the butt later. And later is going to be in a couple seconds. Jump on this switch. Jump on this switch. Continue to the right. And this room is now upside down. Let's get away from the spikes. Now we need to wait for this thing to be all the way up. Let's not get hit by that guy. And we need to make our way further to the right and straight down. This will take us over here. Let's jump on the switch and continue to the left. And we are now here. There's a golden elephant. I'm going to need that. And we can jump on these platforms as soon as they are directly horizontal. There's some health if we need it. We're not exactly going to need it. And that's not what I wanted. However, I can show this off. Yeah, you don't have to worry about falling off in case these little platforms end up in the background. Because if you stay on them as they spin, you'll be in the background with them. Gonna take a little breather here, wait for these things. If you know what you're doing, you can easily jump from one platform to another, but I do want to get up here. And there's another golden lucky cat there. Don't go to the right here because that just takes you back to the beginning. Even though that can be useful in a pinch. Instead, you want to go all the way up and then to the left. And from here, you need to be very careful. Okay, scrolls. I'll take them. Oh, come on! And golden lucky cats. Very nice. You want to be very careful with the slots in the background. If you get 3 X's, you'll get a bunch of bouncy guys. A bunch of bouncy naked guys. Beat them up, please. And just be careful. What's going to be here? Hey, more lucky cats. I've only could grab things with my yo-yo. Arg! Oh well. But now it's time for the boss. We have 2 sumo. They will throw a ball to each other. Avoid the ball as it goes back and forth. Hit these guys with your weapon. Use your crawl ability with down left and down right to avoid the ball whenever you can. Hit these guys in the head. When you get rid of both guys, the other guy will go to the center, and you'll get this face to attack you. Jump and attack to bounce this guy away. After 4 hits, he falls apart. Then he'll reconvene with a different face. Do not let this guy near you, he will crush you. Jump and attack 4 times, he falls apart once again, he reconvenes. And this guy... Wow. Okay, yeah, he just bounces around, and it can be a little hard to see where he's going to go. But, as long as you keep your distance from him, it's easy to hit him. Now he's going to bring himself apart, or he's going to reconvene after falling apart. And from here, you want to keep attacking this guy. Stay all the way to one side and crouch if you have to, in case he gets way too close. Ow. Well, I lost my chainmail. He always gets me when he reaches his full size. But anyway, we freed a ninja. I am Ninja Woman. Yai. I was captured by the Otafu Army while looking for counterfeiters. Now we have counterfeiters, you don't say. It seems that you, too, are looking for something. Well, yeah, I'm looking for the princess. You should seek the help of the wise man of Iga. And Yai leaves with us. And then we get to look at some fireworks. When they reached the Otafu Army's hideout, they could not find Princess Yuki. A girl named Yae told them to seek the guidance of the old wise man who lives in the famous village of Iga. This definitely won't be the last that we see of Yae, because she appears in other games as well. In the Ganbare Goemon series. Warlock Zone 5, Ninja Castle, that is where we are headed to next. And we will be heading there in the next video. So join me next time where we take on the 5th level of the game. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!